Hello everyone, this is section 3.3 for Intro to Algebra. We're looking at function notation. Now function notation is a way of writing an equation that lets me know that what I'm looking at is a function. And we pronounce it f of x. So for example, if there was a 4 here, we would call this f of 4. So let's look at how this works. So it tells me or asks me to plug in 2 for x. So that's going to look like f of 2 equals negative 4 times 2 plus 7. So that's going to be f of 2 equals negative 8 plus 7. So f of 2 equals negative 1. Then it says to also plug in when x is negative 2. They just kind of picked these numbers. They're just randomly picked. It could have been any number, 4, 5, 10, negative 3. They just chose 2 and negative 2, and that's fine. So now I'm going to get f of negative 2, and I'm going to change all of the x's to negative 2. Everything else stays the same. So f of negative 2 equals 8 plus 7. So f of negative 2 is 15. So there we go. It's telling us what the x is, which can be helpful when we're looking at a function, to know what the x and what we're finding, which is the y. So this can be read as, when the function x equals 2, y is negative 1. So that's that. Let's just look at another one. So we've got f of negative 4 equals 2 times negative 4 minus 5. So f of negative 4 equals negative 8 minus 5. So f of negative 4 equals negative 13. They also want us to check when f is 0. So this is 2 times 0 minus 5. So this is f of 0 equals 0 minus 5. So f of 0 equals negative 5. And finally, they want us to check when f is 3. So we get f of 3 equals 2 times 3 minus 5. So f of 3 equals 6 minus 5. So f of 3 equals 1. So those times they were giving us the x, but what if instead they gave us h of x or f of x or whatever letter they want to use? Well, this time they're telling us the whole thing right here is negative 7. Well, we just need to use SADMAP to solve. So since we have subtraction, we do the opposite and we add. So negative 2, 2, x, 0. This is multiplying, so we do opposite, divide. So negative 1, 1, and x. So there we go. And then the last thing is to graph. When we graph, we're just choosing some x's. I always choose 0 and 1. Then we're plugging them in for f of x. So this first one would be f of 0 equals 2 times 0 plus 5. So f of 0 equals 0 plus 5. So f of 0 equals 5. So when x is 0, f of x equals 5. Now we're going to also check it out when x is 1. So we're going to get 2 times 1 plus 5. So f of 1 equals 2 plus 5. So f of 1 equals 7. And now, to graph these, we go where x is 0, y is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then where x is 1, and y is 7. And there's our line. So that's section 3.3. Try the homework, and I'll see you next video.